The bout was over 10 rounds at Sydney's Darling Harbour Convention Centre. Here's the highlights.
Round one, and of course Tszyu hasn't been beyond one round and about 50 seconds of another one in his professional career. Just Juan Laporte at the moment, gloves up high, great defensive boxer too. Underneath goes Tszyu, and then a right over the top from Tszyu. All action is Tszyu early, left, very compact little fellow from the Ural Mountains in the Soviet Union. Now living at Mascot in Sydney, right near the international airport. Laporte comes out of it when Johnny Gauci asks him to. A left underneath from Tszyu. Arms upheld, held up high by Juan Laporte. Laporte hasn't tried to do much in the early moments of this fight. It's Tszyu just trying to work him out too. Hasn't really thrown a full-butted punch, and Tszyu left and then right from Tszyu. Laporte just moves away, uses the ring beautifully. A left and right, and that's a solid punch from Tszyu. Good combination from Tszyu. Comes out with a lot more determination. Juan Laporte drops the gloves and then just skips around centre ring a little, and he heads away from Tszyu. Tszyu, ever the pursuer. Great ring craft, though, by Juan Laporte. Laporte obviously has studied as much as possible the videotape of Tszyu, but he hasn't seen a lot against Darryl Hiles, Ned Simmons and Tony Jones. He's got his hands full at the moment with Tszyu. A right from Tszyu, and then he swung around quickly by Juan Laporte, who was there 1 minute and gone the next.
Yeah, very, very clever Juan Laporte. That's, you know, if anything, that's his biggest positive on his side, not his experience. But this fellow that he's fighting, he's had 300-odd amateur fights, and he's also been around for a very long time.
Tszyu aims up with the left there, pushes him away, just misses the target. Plenty of power behind that. Tszyu, a good right through there, leading with the left and then coming through with the right, trying to size up his opponent in the neutral corner above our commentary position, but Juan Laporte has none of that. Gets on his bike and gets away, back into open waters, as it may be, away from Tszyu, and the bobbing ponytail of the former Russian in unison with the punches he throws now. And a left there from Tszyu, trying to get through that very tight defence of the experienced Juan Laporte. Both boxers wearing black trunks tonight, but Juan Laporte, a good left there by Laporte, getting through the defences of Tszyu, and that's Laporte's best punch, but Tszyu coming back with a body punch and then a right, and staggered Juan Laporte. The body punch and then the right over the top, and Laporte buckled a little. There's a right to the side of the face of Juan Laporte. The tough punching now of Tszyu. A left from Tszyu now, and Laporte moving back.
He hasn't been hurt yet, Laporte. None of those punches staggered him. They hit him on the gloves. They moved him back, but he has not been hurt as yet.
I think the body punch, Greg, Jeff, opened him up a little bit. He sort of bent a little bit, and the one to the side of the face, just a little bit of a twinge of the knee there. And Juan Laporte in round three, certainly finding that the punching power of Tszyu is very, very strong.
Awesome.
Tszyu moving now and starting to get into top gear. He's been warned about lowering his head into Laporte, but the eyes of Tszyu, the eye of the tiger now, as he pursues Juan Laporte. Laporte just a little bit puffy around the eyes, and now great respect from Laporte to his opponent in Tszyu. Young and enthusiastic.
Cut him down the middle there with a beautiful body shot.
Laporte doing his best, Jeff Fennick, to stay away. He's in the corner now, and he almost rushes him in a tackle style there. Head down, and John Gauci, the referee, warns him. That's a desperation move by Juan Laporte, already in trouble. And the eyes never leaving the target area. Never leaving the target area. Going underneath there to the ribs, the left there, but Laporte drops the hands and takes it on the right forearm. Left and right there by Tszyu. Laporte comes back with a short right. Tszyu underneath now. Taking the fight up to Laporte. Laporte grabs. Tszyu in close. Laporte with a left. and a right from Laporte, a left from Laporte, and the left again misses from Juan Laporte. Right doesn't over the top, and Tszyu, just for a moment there, looked a bit surprised at a bit of an onslaught coming from Juan Laporte, who has stepped up the pace in round 7, despite starting to take hold. Kostya indicating there that he caught one on the head, and here's Tszyu going, trying to get through, trying to get value for money. Well, I think Laporte has got to win clearly to win, and I think he's done that. There's the end of round 10, and I don't know, the fans giving Tszyu a nice warm round of approval without going Burkhardt.
189 to the unanimous points winner, Kostya.
Tszyu, a unanimous decision, scoring every round for Tszyu.
He is a good little fighter, Max. He's so cool, calm and collected, even though he didn't knock the man out. He was never flustered. Johnny Lewis has got big raps on him, which is good enough for anybody. He knows a good fighter, and Jeff Fennick thinks he's okay too.